Heaven, I'm in heaven. That's right, folks. Big Dick Philpott, and everyone knows I love a good feed. And when I like a good burger, I come down to Burger Inc. Everything is fresh here, folks, at Burger Inc. The burgers are fresh, they're original, and you wouldn't go anywhere else in Geelong. Burger Inc.
I'll tell you what, folks. Up to the footy, 51 Marable Street, 320 Packington Street. Can't beat it. Burger Inc. I love a good burger.
Anglesey to 13-12, 98 points adrift of Port, 15-8, 98.
23 minutes down, Warren.
And they're playing possession football. The fullback just kicks out to his teammate in Darren Lusher. He just kicks it back to the fullback, who then unloads to the outer side of the ground. And now a bit of cramp appearing out there from Sean Wells. He's played an interesting game, Sean Wells. He was very busy early on. He's come and gone from the game a bit, but he's doing it when it counts. Gives it to Vasilou at half-back. Vasilou runs in towards the centre of the ground for Port and goes in towards half-forward. He's looking for Paul Davis, but it's not a mark. The spool will go across to Aaron Bradley, and Bradley can sew the game up here. And you can hear the crowd. He pumps it through for a goal. And I think you can put your glasses down, fellas, as Bradley kicks his second goal in the last quarter.
They have 25 minutes down, and the Vision Australia scoreboard reads 104 Port Arlington, 14 points ahead of Anglesey, 13-12, 90. We'd almost written Port Arlington off at three-quarter time, but to their credit, they've come back twice from sizable deficits, Mick, and have grabbed the lead here.
Well, I mean, let's... Anglesey have won it everywhere except at the finish. They've been ahead all day, and... now we find that Port Arlington's persistence has paid off, and will probably result in a win for them to start the season off.
Anglesey not giving up. They'll need 3 goals in less than 3 minutes to win the match from here.
I think we saw the engine starter a moment ago, Jeff. I hear them starting up behind us, and they're disappearing over in front of us now.
The car's leaving. They'll be listening to the broadcast on 99.5 FM. The Anglesey supporters will be disappointed here, but to David Cook and his Anglesey club, they've put on a great game here this afternoon. Great facilities, and looked after everyone here so well this afternoon. Pity they won't win, but the Port Arlington boys, led by President Richard Underwood, will be very happy to start the season with a win here. Port Arlington inside 50, trying to get another on the scoreboard. Dewey goes for a handball out wide. Does it well, popping in front of Bradley. He gets a kick that screws its way down towards the behind post and goes across the line.
Deep in attack, and, Port are going to take the points in the first game of the year. This man's played well, Davis. That's Robert Davis. Tries to take it out of the air, but it's knocked away from him by the Anglesey defenders. Dribbly little kick out towards half-back. It's going to be successful. Ben Davis for Anglesey gets it by hand away, and then the kick goes down towards centre wing, where there'll be a free kick picked out and paid to Christian Robertson. But they've got to get the ball just straight down the corridor as quickly as they possibly can. Try and narrow the gap a little bit, perhaps. He plays on quickly now and does that in towards centre half forward, but a good mark drifting back that time to Darren Lusher, who's also having a pretty good second half also, and he takes away, kicked a goal in the second quarter, but playing in defence now. Lusher kicks back up towards the centre wing, punched away that time from Luke Daffy. The ball spills free across to Anglesey's Spence in towards half forward, where the mark will be taken there by Adam Saw. Now Saw has had 2 behinds in the last quarter, won't score again, drops a little bit short, play on, and he tried to do that, was Gorski that time, and he's dispossessed of the ball, quickly transferred back to the outer side of the ground. Brett Lynch can pick it up, steady for Anglesey, drills it in towards goal, but he's offline. You can almost hear the hum from the crowd as that scoring shots to 25, but Port lead by 14 points.
27 minutes down in the last quarter, and Port we intend to play possession footy now. And Mick, they're just going to hopefully retain possession, I would imagine, from here on in.
Yes, it looks very much like as if they're just going to run down time.
Last time they did this, they was probably a bit far out from the siren, but now with 2.5 goals up, they're pretty safe, I think. So now taking the ball across the face of goal, going the short possession game. They've got a 13-point lead on the scoreboard, and that's going to be the siren score.
Yeah, well, look, I've got with me Steve Hicks, the co-captain of the successful Port Arlington team today, Stephen, and your contribution was a magnificent effort over the full game, and from our perspective, we thought it was a great game, and must be a fantastic feeling for your club to start the season off with a win.
Yeah, mate, it's great just running off from last year, which is, we had that good win against Torquay and that. Sort of the boys wanted to go a bit further this year, so we played in patches, but the patches that we played in wasn't too bad, so we've got a bit to work on, but I know that'll come throughout the season, and yeah, that's pretty happy down here.
Yeah, you've got a pretty even side overall from the point of view, and you've also got a key forward in young Dewey. He's a very, very good mover.
Yeah, Tommy goes all right. He's named on the VFL list there, and he goes all right and kicks plenty of goals for us each week. Leads up pretty well, and yeah, he's good hands and good kick, so it's good.
Yeah, well, had he been on target today, he probably would have finished up with about 8, but I think he got 5.
5,
but you, not only him, you had contributors right through the day. On the back line, when they were ahead for 3 quarters, but you kept persisting, and I thought that, in the end, it was very, very difficult for us to pick out a good player.
Yeah.
So that speaks volumes because it was a real team effort.
No worries, it's good.
Yeah. And of the new players, which ones did you think performed well for you today?
I thought Daffy down the back line was pretty solid down there for us. Got a decent kick on him, which is pretty good. So, yeah, he's a good contributor to our team, so he should be pretty good this year, yeah.
And do you have any other new players coming in that can improve your side?
We've got a couple of blokes playing in the reserves there that need to get a bit more run in their legs, but when they come up, we'll just rotate through the side and should go all right.
Yeah, well, I mean, the secret of success is to have depth, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You must have depth. And so you have put in a big pre-season?
Yeah, big pre-season. We started really early, I don't know, November or so, just to get the run in our legs, and because that's what we are, small running side, so that's what Coach Dave Mack wants us to do, so plenty of run on the game, and it's good.
Yes, well, I thought one of the good features was when you got in your forward line, you held it in, and that gave you the opportunity to stay with them because for most of the game they were ahead.
Yeah.
But gee whiz, this when you thought you were gone.
Yeah, I knew at the
back
end of the
you
day.
come.
Yeah, we knew at the end of the day we'd get over them though because. I reckon our fitness was better than theirs, so I know they might have to get a bit fitter next time.
Well, that's a key factor. And look,
is.
From your perspective, you must be looking forward to having a good year, and we're not going to worry about these guys who are standing here squirting water and all the rest of it.
We won't worry about them over the back.
We'll get on with the job. But look, congratulations on your effort and for your club, the Port Arlington Football Club, who deserve to kick on because you're putting all the structures in place. So congratulations.
Thanks very much for that. Thank you.
Well done.
At Ellsworthy's Retrovision, we're more than just the best price. We'll give you expert advice with a huge range of big brand products. Locally owned and operated in Geelong, Ellsworthy's Retrovision will give you more every time. If it's a big screen TV you're after, or a top brand washer or fridge, we have the best range to choose from. Come into Ellsworthy's today at 2 big locations, Mirrabel Street, opposite Skills Stadium in Geelong, or Warn Ponds Homemaker Centre. Ellsworthy's Retrovision.